Welcome to Company Hour number 2. This is the only video I'm doing tonight outside of the prep show. This is a chit chat. This is about the wonderful worlds of TikTok. Be sure you title it that. The wonderful worlds of TikTok. I had it said a different title for the prep show, but we're gonna try to title this the wonderful worlds of TikTok. So I made some videos. I tried to go live today for TikTok and IG. I think they're here. I'm not gonna swear to it. But when I got done and I was posting them, I got on TikTok. Now, if you're not up to speed, let me get you up to speed before I continue. There's a small group of black people who are telling other people on TikTok that the Native Americans, the real ones, are from Siberia, which I also used to believe. I've made videos thinking that they were from Siberia because that's my heritage. And apparently they debunked the land bridge, so that just threw everything I've ever known out the window. But these small bands of black people on TikTok are going around telling Native Americans that they are not Native. My initial chit chat I deleted because I thought there was going to be some vocal interference and you would hear that. So I didn't. That's why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm getting you up to speed so that we can dig right into it. Now, I'm going to mention these things because these are what these black people are calling themselves. And I made 4 videos on TikTok about it. 4 of them, all 10 minutes. And so you can find those videos, JW underscore Grey Wolf EFG on TikTok. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. And now you know my TikTok. You can go follow me there. I'll try to follow you back after I purge my page. I have a backup account, which is EFG something or another. But anyway, let's move on. So I got off of YouTube, posted the videos, and somehow it's TikTok. You know, if you're not careful, you pop up in places that are either culturally related or something that you like. So apparently this was culturally related because there's a dude with feathers in his head who's like me. He's mixed, but he's saying he's not native. He's saying he's a god. And him and his little band, they are the following: the Anunnaki, Moors, Hebrew Israelites, Aboriginals, Ninth Ether Beings, and God. I'm pretty sure there's more coming. And I don't care about Hebrew Israelites, Moors, Anunnaki, Ninth Ether Beings. Whatever the fuck I just missed. But when you start going around saying that you are a god, forgive me. I need you to prove it. I need you to prove it, and I need you to prove it right freaking now. I'm going to put some more light on. Damn it. So it's a little bit brighter. And I look a little bit prettier. Although I do need to shave. I think I'll do that before I go to sleep. But anyway. So they got on this God complex thing, right? And the guy's like, yeah, I'm a god. We're higher, like the most high, and we are this, and that. And y'all know me. I made 4 videos about this shit. And I was like, well, I don't know what Marvel universe or DC universe you've come out of, but you need to prove to me that you're gods. Because I literally brought up the one above all for Marvel and the presence for DC. And I said, I don't think y'all should be going around telling everybody that they gods, especially black people, because some people are psycho and they will believe that shit. And I might have gone a little far. Okay, I really went real far. So I literally said, if you're gods, I want y'all to Thanos snap and fix everything. Get rid of the pedophiles. Get rid of the rapists. Get rid of the drug dealers. Fix everything because you're gods. Then I really hit the mark when I said, if you're gods, you don't need to be on TikTok because you can just manifest that shit to everybody. Like you can just telepathically tell everybody. You can show everybody because you're gods. And then I was like, well, why don't you teleport to New York, hit the water, and walk underwater from the Atlantic Ocean of New York to London, and in 2 minutes and film that shit. Because you're gods. In fact, why don't you reconstitute the people who were in the submarine that died? Because you're gods. Where's your superpowers? Why are you going around telling everybody you're gods, but you're not showing up? I literally even issued, like, basically, I was taunting them to use their godly powers to pop up in my backyard. Because I went outside for, like, at least the last 3 videos because there were children here making all kinds of noise. And so I was like, yo, if you're gods, where are y'all? I said, y'all should be at my house before the second video post. By then, I was on the 3rd video. It's like, because y'all are the ones going around hollering, we're ninth ether beings. We're the Anunnaki. We're gods. We're the aboriginals. Okay? So, where's the magic? When you're going to go back in time and undo slavery? When you're going to go back in time and erase all of the captured people? When are you going to Thanos snap all the bad guys away? You know, rapists, drug dealers, pedophiles, murderers, lots of bad people. And I may be in that list somewhere, because I'm not a saint by far. But I at least own it. But you know what I'm not? What I'm truly not? I'm truly not a god. That was an ant. I don't know what's going on with me and these damn ants. But anyway, these guys are going at it, and they're talking about how their vibrations are so high, and I'm like, I'm done with this shit. So I'm on my TikTok just going slam the fuck off about, I want to see your superpowers. I want to see you snap your fingers and magically appear at my house. I want to see you pop up in that tree and jump down to a superhero landing, break the earth, you know, like they do in the comics, and just crack down. You're like, oh, superhero land, superhero land. Boom, you know, your knees are there, and all of a sudden, you know, you're good. And I want to see this shit because you're gods. And then I brought up the fact that there was an episode of Star Trek, and I don't remember which one it is, but Captain Kirk was talking to an alien entity, and he literally asked the alien, more or less what I had said to them today about, if you're gods, why do you need TikTok? And Captain Kirk said to the alien, if you're a god, why do you need a spaceship? You should be able to go wherever you want, and no one should be able to stop you. No one. And then I went into the X-Men. It's like, if you guys don't have the XX gene, where that makes you a mutant or inhuman through the Terrigen mist, you know, what are you doing? Because you're gods. You don't need to do anything. You can just boom, and everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fixed. By the way, it's nighttime, and none of these ninth ether beings or gods have showed up. I'm pretty sure they're waiting for me to fall asleep, but what they fail to understand is that I don't sleep by myself. You know. I also said that I would be Gore the God Butcher. Yeah, if they came for me. I also said I'm going to be Leonidas, and we're going to see if a guy can bleed. I have knives, too. They're not as close as this axe, but I do have them. I also have a bow and arrow. My arrow's over there. I got one right here with no head on it, but the bow is right there. I can get to that axe a hell of a lot faster than I can get to anything else. So I also have a big-ass Gerber knife down here, too. And all I want is for these guys to just literally prove to me that you guys are gods. Because there might be a little kid somewhere. Not a kid like me, thank God. Hopefully there'll never be another kid like me who listens to this shit and believe it. And I'm going to explain that, why I said I hope there's never going to be a little kid like me. When I was 5 years old, I didn't know that I was mixed. Alright? I just was a kid. My mom looks white, my dad looks black. You're a kid. You don't pay attention to that shit because you are seeing the world with innocent eyes. So, when I saw when I saw William Cat, the guy that played the greatest American hero, get taught by a little curly-haired white boy how to fly, I thought I was that little curly-haired white boy. But I said, I'm going to do it better than Superman. Superman takes 3 steps off the ground. I'm going to take 5. Because you might need that extra boost. Because I knew that my skin tone was brown. But in my head, I'm a kid. None of that shit even fucking registers. So I get on my mom's Maverick. And I run in a diagonal. It's going to take 5 steps. My little legs, it would literally take 5 steps once I got on the trunk of the car. 1 on the glass, 3 on the roof. Count that 1 when you jump on the trunk. That's 1. 2 is the glass, and 3 across the roof. And then you leap off in an ankle. That gives you enough runway space, which is what I did. There's a scar still over here somewhere. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, you probably can't see it, but it's in all of this thickness. That was my first scar in my life. It was the first time I ever bled in my life. When I flew 5 feet up, out, bam, on a bottle, face first. Came in the house, got the glass protruding out my head. Hey, Ma, what's this red shit? Next thing I know, I'm in the car, and we're at the University Hospital. They're digging the glass out of my head, and they're stitching my ass up. So, here I was thinking, because I had curly hair, and because a curly hair kid taught a curly haired grown ass man how to fly, that I could fly. Which goes back to why I said, I hope like fuck that they stop doing this shit, because they are going to get somebody's kid completely fucked up. Because they're going to have these young little black kids running around believing that they're fucking gods, man. And one of these kids are going to go, well, I'm a god. I'm going to walk in front of this tractor trailer, and I'm not going to die. And we'll be reading about that kid because he was a little black kid that got stupid and decided, oh, well, I'm watching all these guys on TikTok, and they're saying because we are black, we are gods. And, any kid that can read will understand the concept of what a god actually is. And if they go by comic lore, that kid's fucked. If they go by the Bible, that kid's still fucked. No matter what they do, that kid, if he thinks he's a god, he's like completely fucked. Or she. And it usually I'm going to say it's going to be a boy before it's going to be a girl. Girls generally aren't as stupid as boys. No, most girls be like, well, I'm a goddess, but I'm sexy. Now, I'm a god, I'm indestructible. Because men want to be indestructible. Women just want to be beautiful and admired. And I could be wrong there. I would love to be Adonis and be admired. But I would also love to be indestructible. I would love to be able to walk in front of an Optimus Prime type vehicle and have that sumbitch hit me and fold like foil paper. That shit's probably not going to happen. But if it did, cool. But somebody's going to watch this shit. Not this video. Somebody's going to watch this shit. Somebody's kid is going to watch this black man with feathers in his hair talk about him being a ninth ether being. Him being a god. And that kid is going to believe that he's a god simply by skin tone alone. And I don't want to see anybody's kid get hurt, killed, maimed, or destroyed. Because kids do have a powerful ass imagination. But nobody is invincible. Nobody's bulletproof. We have bulletproof vests, but they're not 1,000% guaranteed. We don't have a vest that can stop an RPG yet, but I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line that might happen. I probably won't be alive to see it, and no, I won't be the idiot that thinks that I'm going to test this shit out. Damn ants. I'm not going to be that idiot to say, hey, I'll test that shit out. No, not me. The next guy can do that shit, but not me. I'm also not going to be the guy that wants to walk around in a suit and think that it can protect me from a grenade. No, thank you. I'm good. I was not stupid. I was infantry. I'm not a dumbass, I might do some dumb shit every now and again, but a dumbass I am not. And I don't want to say that kids are dumb. Alright? But I will say that they lack the their lack of intelligence is generally a kid's downfall. This is why you teach kids don't talk to strangers. This is why you teach kids right from wrong from the jump. This is why you teach kids how to read, how to follow the rules, how to bend them but not break them, But these dudes on TikTok, no, you're not gods. Stop saying that you're gods. You're not ninth ether beings. I don't know what the fuck that is, but you're not one of them. And let's go with them for a minute. Let's give them that. Let's give them that they're ninth ether beings. I don't know what the fuck that is, but we're gonna give it. We're gonna give them their ninth ether being shit. That does not mean you are a native. That means if you're a ninth ether being, you're not a human being. You're a ninth ether being. Why are you still on Earth? I also went on that with the God thing too. I went off on that. It's like, well, if you're gods, what's taking you so long? Why are you not fixing this planet? Why are you not snapping your fingers like Thanos and colonizing Mars and Jupiter and Venus? I know one of them is only a gas planet. It's not something that you can actually put your hands and feet on. At least that's what they told us in school. Which we don't know. Because no one's ever fucking been there. But, you know, Jupiter or Saturn, one of them is a planet that has nothing but gas. It's like, but we don't know that. Yeah, we don't know that shit. Nobody's ever been there. So if we have never been there, how are we going to know if you can land on Jupiter? We know that you can do the moon thing. Well, at least we believe that you can do the moon thing. I believe that we went to the moon. Most people say it was done in a sound studio. Those same people are the same motherfuckers that believe the earth is flat. Which I also brought up, because I said, if you guys are gods, snap your hands. Let us know if the earth is flat. Let us know why we can't colonize Mars already. Why we can't colonize Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Neptune, Pluto, Planet X if it's real. Why we can't go to the Andromeda Galaxy. Not the video game, but there is actually an Andromeda Galaxy. Excuse me. But why can't we do any of that? You know, y'all ninth ether beings. Y'all are the ones saying y'all gods. Natives just want to be native. That's it. They're not going around culture vulturing and stealing shit. They're not dancing around hip hop and being black and all that. No, they're not doing that shit. But the black cats are, well, we're native and we're dancing in turkey feathers and chicken feathers and we're making fun of residential schools. We're making fun of residential schools. We're making fun of MMIP, missing and murdered indigenous people for those who are not up to speed. We're doing all this other shit because we're gods. We're Hebrew Israelites. We're Moors. We're Aboriginals. We're the Anunnaki. What the fuck did I miss? We're whatever the mysterious thing is that I missed. But more importantly, we're gods. Ninth ether beings. Did I say that already? It doesn't matter if I said it or not. What matters is these cats on TikTok are doing this shit. And all these cats are black. Alright? As a mixed black person, I've seen other black people jump on their ass and all that shit. But it's not stopping. It's not stopping. I don't know how far it's growing, but it's not fucking stopping. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna get somebody killed. You're gonna get some poor black kid who has nothing better to do than watch TikToks. And even though TikTok has age limits, you know, kids have a way. And I know kids have a way. Kids have a better sense of technology than I will ever have. And kids have a way. When my niece, who is now 4, I think she's 4. I don't know how old she is. Actually, 3 of my nieces who are 4 could work a tablet before I could, and they weren't even 2. They were like 1 and slide finger. They could just work that shit. I'm like, how the fuck you do this? I can't even fucking figure out how to cut the damn thing on. But they were barely 2. Slide finger. Got that shit on lock. I'm like, y'all kids know how to cut on tablets? Yeah, we gave them the tablet, powered it on. They watched what we did. Ever since then, they've been doing it. I said, but they can't read. How are they finding this shit? Well, we got some of the things programmed already, but, you know, the kids just start learning by pushing buttons and shit. I'm like, y'all not worried about them finding something that they should not find? No, don't worry. It's child friendly. We have child locks and everything on it. And I'm like, none the wiser what the fuck any of that shit means. So I'm just nodding my head like I understand, knowing full well I don't. They know I don't understand. It's like, well, you want to ask about it? No, not really. You know, I know how to find porn. You know, just misspell quickie. Boom, you're there. Yes, that's one of the ways I found porn, looking for a wheelchair at the job for somebody else. It's like, yeah, you gotta type in quickie. It's not spelled with a Q, y'all. It's spelled with a K, like K Quick used to be spelled. But yeah, I put it in with a Q, and I did not get anything remotely close to a fucking wheelchair. So leaving that alone, back to the subject at hand. You got these young black cats in this TikTok world preaching about being an Anunnaki, being a Hebrew Israelite, being a Moor, being a ninth ether being, being a god. I'm still missing one. I don't remember what the fuck it is. Oh yeah, the Aboriginals. And I'm thinking to myself, you are going to get somebody's kid fucked up. Especially the kids who have nobody. Kids that are growing up like me, have no friends, no fucking family that really gives a fuck. You got a couple of family members, but now they're all grown and busy and they have families of their own that they have to deal with, so they can't really help you out when you're in need. Everybody has some issues, you know. And I've told you guys about my bouts with depression now. Granted, I'm in a great place right now. And I would love for everybody else to be in a great place. I'm just checking so I can cut this damn alarm off. Or if I can end the video within the next 15 minutes. Anyway, the bottom line is they are going to get somebody hurt or killed. And I'm still waiting for one of them to pop up and like be floating around my window, like on the video, like the movie Salem's Lot, because I actually said you can come at any time, but don't come while I'm sleeping, and don't be floating by my window because that's kind of creepy. But anyway, the bottom line is these guys are on TikTok and they're doing this shit. They are literally telling everybody that because they are black and Aboriginal and Anunnaki and Hebrew Israelites and Moors and ninth ether beings and they are gods. And I'm like, dude, you're not. You're not gods. And this doesn't just go for them. This goes for anybody white or Asian or any other race that you want to be considered. You are not a god. The last thing you need to do is be on any social media preaching that you are a god. Now, parlor tricks. Hold on. Y'all can't see that? Okay. This is a parlor trick. I'm going to move this without touching it. Okay? There's that fan. Watch that late reaction. And there's an ant. Again. Okay. So clearly you see that didn't work the way it was supposed to. Like I do in the videos. Let's see if this works. Okay. You see it's not working. Alright. I'm going to make this, let's try it this way first. I'm going to make this cup fly off. It's going to go in this direction. Okay, so it didn't go in the opposite direction. I'm going to try it again. Usually, they use styrofoam cups. Alright? And they have people, like, in awe about that shit. And if that, they probably have a string or something pulling it along. I'm a movie maker, you know, special effects is an important thing. Now with TikTok, you can only do, what the fuck are those things? Filters, mods, whatever the hell you call them. You can do those. But, you know, you gotta know what you're doing so that it looks like you're not using a filter at all. But they don't do this shit doing lives. And if they do, they angle the camera in such a way that you can't really see what the hell is going on. So, therefore, they can manipulate you by doing shit like that. These people are going to need help. And they need to get it before they get somebody's kid killed. And I say that as a person who has gotten help from my mental illnesses and shit like that, you know, my depression. And I literally got help for it, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. And I'm in a great fucking place. But the problem is, these people that I am speaking of, they don't know who they are. Or they just don't give a shit that they're going to get somebody hurt with that we are gods crap. No. And I really think that they really shouldn't be going around preaching, we're gods, we're gods, we're gods. No, you are a human being. You may want to be a god, but until you can Thanos snap your hand and wipe out half the population, possibly myself included, or until you can snap your hands and bring back the dead. And when I said that, I meant all the children that lost their lives this year alone by gun violence. When you can do that and take away all the sorrow of all the parents who've lost all their children because you know you're gods, and if you're really gods, why aren't you fixing the world? Why aren't you going back in time, getting rid of the slave trade, making sure shit like that never happens? Because you have infinite power, so you should be above time and space. You should be above reasoning. You should be above everything. And you should be able to manipulate the world in a way that you see fit. That is fair for everyone. Get rid of all the evil. Get rid of all the pedophiles. Get rid of all the rapists. Get rid of all the murderers. Get rid of everybody who's ever done something wrong in their life. Evil. Of course, granted, that will probably be me and you and everybody watching, because everybody on earth has had an evil thought at least once or twice. So, therefore, you're gods. Fix the problem. Go back in time. Fix the fucking problem. You're ninth ether beings. Pop me a portal up so I can go fix my life. Pop me a portal up so I can go fix the world which you refuse to fix. Because you're ninth ether beings. And you're gods. Nothing should be beyond your reach. That whole group should be able to snap their hands collectively at the same time and know what everybody on earth is thinking. And they should be able to pop a brand new girlfriend into my life. They should be able to pop a sexaholic freak that loves to have sex into my life. They should be able to pop 4 or 5 girls into my life and make me a millionaire and be a harem. And every girl for a different night. 365 broads for 365 days. And then on that leap year, 366, because they are gods. Understand why I'm angry. And this is not satire. This is not a fucking joke. These people are literally going around thinking that they're fucking gods. I also told them, hey, pull a David Blaine with no strings. Let me see you levitate. Let me see you fly through the air like Rocket Man and Shazam and shit. With no jetpacks and no boosters. I want to see all of the godly wonders that you can do. But they're not gods. And no one showed up at my house today. No one's ever going to show up at my house. At least not this merry band of ninth ether beings, gods, celestials, or whatever the hell they're calling themselves. Whatever uniform A, B, C, D, Legion of S.H.I.E.L.D., agents of Hydra, whatever Marvel universe that they want to pop out of. They can't do it because they're not gods. Now again, I don't know what the fucking ninth ether being is, but they clearly aren't that either. I'm pretty sure they're not Anunnaki. I don't know if they're Hebrew Israelites or Moors. I also don't give a rat's ass because I don't know much about the wars outside of Othello. And that was written by freaking Shakespeare, who I don't think Shakespeare ever seen a person of color a day in his life. But I could be wrong. I wasn't there. But I know for a fucking fact that they are not gods. And they need to stop pretending that they are gods. I don't care if they're mixed native, because I'm mixed native. I don't think that they should, discount the other part of them, because I don't discount my blackness. I have made videos, and I will say this with my full chest. I have made videos where there have been days that made me ashamed to be black. They're here. You can hold me to those. They are here. They are on Kung Fu Havoc #2. But let me put that in the context for you. There was a Chinaman who was getting attacked by black people. And he was trying to collect cans, and they made him cry. And they were black people. And right there was one of the times where I said, today is a day where I'm ashamed to be black. And then it happened again. It happened before that with the black dude when COVID busted out and he tried to get the Asian girl in the yellow raincoat, and she drop kicked his shit, rightfully so, after he threw his drink at her or some shit. Then there was the black guy who pommeled the 2 Korean store owners together. These things like this made me ashamed to be black. The one time I said I was not going to be native today was Miss Rainbird when she drove her stolen RV through downtown Los Angeles with two dogs, like two black labs. One lab jumped out and broke both his legs and all kinds of shit. It was all over the news. It's like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. That video's here. You know, might have been 2017. But either or, that was one of the days where I said, today is the day where I'm going to be ashamed to be native. And then, like every other video, when black people did shit, those are videos. They're here where I said, today is the day I'm not going to be black today. This is the advantage of being mixed. I don't have to be black today. I've did those videos. I don't get rid of my blackness, but there have been moments where I have been ashamed to be black due to the actions of other black people, because if you're black and you're watching this right now, the next thing that comes out of my mouth is 1000% fact, and you know it. When one black person fucks up, it only takes one black person to fuck up, and all of us black people feel it. Every fucking one of us. Black guy goes up and shoots some shit, we're back to public enemy number one. Let's not forget the DC sniper. We had got off their radar until Leroy Malvo and John something Muhammad fucked it up for everybody. Because the profile said he was a white dude without a job, sniping people. Nah, he was a fucking black dude with a little nephew kid or whatever, slicing and dicing the shit out of people with a sniper rifle. The profiler was wrong. Let's not forget the black guy who tried to blow up a building in New York with the SUV. Let's not forget the black guy who was black biologically but a Muslim who had the underwear bomb on his pants. Videos like that are the ones where I said, today I'm ashamed to be black. I can never not be black. It's not going to happen. I have told you guys videos where I've applied for jobs where black people would look at me and ask me if I was sure that I was black, and I would tell them, I know what color I am. I'm definitely black. But I'm also native. I'm also white. I like being mixed. I am very proud to be mixed. I am happy as fuck to be mixed. Because that makes me different. It makes me different than everyone else. It doesn't make me better, but it makes me different. It puts me in a class close to by myself. But there are other mixed people, so I'm in a class with them versus being in a class with other people who fucks it up for everybody else. That probably doesn't sound very nice, but it is also true. And there are a lot of black people who know for a fucking fact, if one black guy goes into a store and robs that store, from that day forward in that store, everybody black is going to be fucking feeling that shit. And every time we go into that store, even if they don't catch that guy, or even better, if they do catch that guy the same fucking day, we're all going to feel it. Yeah, here's one better. Black guy robs a white person. We all look alike. They grab the wrong black guy, and that guy's like, no, that's not the one. That's not the one. You done took me out of my day because you thought that I was somebody who robbed you because we black. Shirt's different. No, he was wearing this, this, and this. Clearly, I'm not wearing that. Now, I'll give you a prime example of that because this happened to me, and I'm going to end this video. When I was 20-something years old, say I was probably about 27, between 25 and 27. Maybe I was 25. I don't remember how old I was. Let's just put it that way. But I do know that I was working for the Colonnade Hotel. And Charlottesville had a serial rapist who worked at the Harris Tweeter. And the Harris Tweeter's guy who was the rapist was every bit of 6'8" or 6'6" or 6'2". He was over 6 feet. And he was every bit of 280 pounds. I'm a $120 at this time. I'm like a $121, 25 years old. Got longish kind of hair. It's not this long because I had recently cut it. Alright? I did out of the shower. I'm walking up the street. ATF agents whip out on me. 3 cars, 6 officers deep. And they come at me and it's like, We need to talk to you. The suspect was wearing a Nautica jumpsuit. See these pants? These little Dragon Ball Z pants? These are cotton. I'm wearing denim jeans. You understand the difference between denim and cotton. Well, the cops didn't. So, I am walking up the street, they pull up on me, and I'm getting ready to fight, because it's 6 of them. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers about to fight me, yo. I don't know who the fuck these are. Had I not seen ATF on their jacket, I probably wouldn't be here today, because I probably would have got shot, because I didn't know who the fuck they were. They just pulled up on me, right? One guy was in an ugly puke green Buick, and the other two were in, like, cars that resemble Buicks, but they weren't Buicks. And, dude, he's like, what's in the bag? And I was like, oh, my bag. Well, I have a movie, pocket knife, some certs, and some pictures of me as a child so that my nieces and nephews won't draw all over them. It's like, well, we want to go through that bag. I ain't got nothing to hide, so everything that I said was in that bag was in that bag. They went through the bag, found the videotape that I was taking to Bruce, because it was a rejection letter also for Sundance in there. So, you know, everything was good on that front. I didn't lie to him. I told him everything that was in the fucking bag. I might have missed how many pocket knives were in the bag, because I think it was more than one. But I let them know, you know, that everything that was in the bag. So, top that off, they're asking me these questions. So the first question was, where were you at 6:30? And I was like, well, I was in the bed. Where were you at 7 o'clock? I said, well, I don't think you really want me to answer that question. It's like, oh, you need to answer the question. I said, well, at 7 o'clock, I do what I always do. I get out of bed, I go take a shit, which is what I was doing, because I was on the phone with my bro A-Dog while I was taking a shit, which is another reason why I also don't bring the phone into the bathroom. So he's like, what were you doing at 7:30? I said, well, I do what I always do after I take a shit. I wipe my ass and wash my ass. It's only 10 after 8. So between 6:30 and 8 o'clock, the person who was the rape victim was somebody that they knew. And these 6 dudes were out for blood. They didn't give a fuck whose blood it was. I will never be 6'2". I will never be 280 pounds. But that's what the suspect was. I didn't know that until I got to the job where I'm currently working at, because they were following me all the way to the university. But they were doing it trying to be slick. And so I ducked into my job. Said, hey, look, if I wind up dead, 6 ATF agents came at me today accusing me of rape. And I ain't never thought about raping a woman. So, you know, they're gonna kill me somewhere. If y'all find me dead, you make sure that I let y'all know that apparently somebody got raped in Willoughby, and these 6 ATF agents think it was me. Alright? So when I got to the University of Virginia, I had my boy Bennett. He pulled up the suspect list, and the serial rapist was 3 shades darker than me. They didn't have a picture, but they had the description of him being a darker toned black person and 6 foot something, and every bit of 280 pounds. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm never going to be any of that. So after I got finished dealing with Bruce and Bennett, I went to the U.S. Marshals and told them what happened. They pretty much laughed me right out the door. Then I went to the Charlottesville Police Department, told them what happened. They pretty much laughed me out the door. I tried to talk to the Sheriff Department. They pretty much told me it was really nothing we can do about it because the ATF, their jurisdiction is in Roanoke. And I said, and y'all don't think y'all can take precedence because this is not their jurisdiction? ATF has firearms and tobacco. That's what they investigate. They're not allowed to do rapes or any of that other shit. They're not supposed to do any of that shit. U.S. Marshals. If the U.S. Marshals are after you, you done fucked up. If the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, the CIA are after you, you have fucked up. ATF, firearms, and tobacco, you're probably either doing something illegal with one or the other. I don't own a gun. So they definitely had no probable cause to get me for a gun. Because I would never hold anybody up at gunpoint. I don't like guns. I can't stand guns. One of my uncles on my mom's side fell asleep with his gun. It discharged and he died. so I don't fuck with guns. Anyway, the bottom line is that these people on TikTok need to stop pulling this God card and thinking that they're gods because they are going to get somebody's kid killed. That's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching. I took like 40 minutes of your time, and I apologize profusely for that. And to the 290 of you, I love you. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Number 2. Be seeing